Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be talking about Nio prediction for its January deliveries and where I think Nio stock is going to be headed once we actually get their delivery numbers. Before I start the video, guys, just know that everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. Also, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys enjoyed the content. So let's get on with the video. So January is coming to an end. God bless. We have made it through another month, but the big question asked is, how is Nio going to do on its January deliveries? Now, we have seen that Nio has basically traded sideways ever since kind of Nio Day. It's kind of sank a little bit, but really looking at the 1 week chart, it's just kind of sideways. Like, there isn't really any upward or downward movement. Not much, really. Nothing really interesting. And even looking at the 1 month, it's up 30%. So the stock is still doing very, very well. But like I said, the stock is trading sideways. And that's just because there really hasn't been much news on Nio lately overall. We have seen that, earlier in the month of January, we got Nio Day, we got their delivery estimates, and the stock was doing super, super well. We got a little bit of a dive of the ET7 sedan, the bigger and better battery, but the big question is, how is Nio going to do on its January sales? And this is what I think is actually going to push a Nio stock upward. If we do get an increase in January sales compared to December of 2020, this is going to be good for the stock, and I could see Nio actually rallying from the stock as well. Now, we've seen that Nio sales are up over 100% over the course of 1 year, which is just absolutely amazing. It goes to show that Nio as a company is growing and it's starting to sell more vehicles. We got a look at their November deliveries, which they ended up selling about 5,000 cars, which is pretty good for a company that's just kind of upcoming and really trying to get itself started. In December of 2020, Nio ended up selling about 7,000 cars, which is very, very good because it goes to show that the increase in sales are continuously rising. Everyone is noticing that Nio as a company is selling more vehicles. I don't expect anything different from January deliveries. I do think January deliveries for Nio are going to be very, very good. I know a lot of people are worried just because Tesla did miss their estimates on their earnings, causing the stock to actually sink earlier in the trading day. The whole market was not doing well. I think it's just a lot with the S&P crashing and the whole GameStop situation. But diving in a little bit deeper, so Tesla missed their earnings, which obviously, Tesla being the pioneer of the EV industry in itself, probably made a lot of people think, okay, so if Tesla couldn't beat their earnings or Tesla couldn't meet their estimates, what makes you think Nio, XPeng, and all these other EV companies can't meet their delivery estimates either? But for me, I know that Nio is going to be its January delivery estimates. Like I said, Nio has been its estimates probably the last 6 months in a row. So I'm only expecting good things from Nio as a company. And what I really think is going to drive Nio sales upward is not only is Nio as a company growing, starting to expand and really trying to drive in more clientele, but like I said, Nio not only opened up a used car dealership to combat Tesla's expansion into China, so now you can go buy a used Nio vehicle, which in my opinion is going to drive sales. And I love how Nio is using their marketing strategy, and they're actually focusing on marketing strategy in itself to really try to drive the part of the business where it's struggling the most, and that's its overall sales. And I think Nio doing this to combat Tesla's expansion into China is actually a very smart idea. But in better news as well, Nio is also running a special on its vehicles from January 20 all the way to the end of February, where they require a 0% down payment on a Nio SUV. All three of their SUVs now require 0% down payment. When in China regularly, it requires about a 15% down payment. So that is definitely going to help drive sales, not only in January, but February as well. So I could see Nio actually beating its delivery estimates, and I could actually see Nio selling a lot of vehicles. Now, this is the biggest test as far as Nio stock goes in itself. Right now, a lot of people are putting focus on Nio sales because this is what's ultimately going to drive the stock upward. Now, we have seen that Nio, like I said, has a bunch of plans. The whole battery swap station thing is super innovative. They're dropping a brand new sedan, and they plan on dropping more vehicles in the future. They're working on perfecting the self-driving chip and the self-autonomous driving technology, which is also game-changing in the game. But Nio sales is probably what's going to make the stock explode. I think if we get really good sales numbers, it's going to push Nio stock upward. I think it's going to cause a rally in the stock. The stock always happens to do this. It will go up and then it'll kind of fall down and then it'll consolidate right before news actually comes out. We know that we're getting Nio deliveries at the end of January, which is going to be awesome. I love really diving in and seeing how Nio actually does on their earnings. But going on from here, yes, good news is going to drive the stock upward, but I think right now people are focusing more on the performance aspect of things of Nio. And Nio, thankfully, has played its part NIO is doing very, very well. Like I said, NIO is doing everything it set out to do as a company. It's working on perfecting the self-autonomous driving technology. It's working on making a whole new vehicle line. It's selling cars more and more every single month. Now it's expanding into the middle of Europe, taking on debt to really just try to perfect its overall company and perfect its overall system altogether. Now, like I said, Tesla's expansion into China is probably going to be the biggest test of NIO sales in general. Like I said, Tesla being a more established brand may raise competition for NIO as a company, but with NIO just really focusing on the marketing strategies, like I said, the used car dealership and the special deal they have going on right now, and now they have a sedan hitting the market, which is their only sedan that they currently are going to have on the market. It's really going to not only drive NIO sales up, but it goes to show that NIO is trying very hard to combat Tesla's expansion into China and remain number one as far as its EV Chinese competitors as well. This is what I think that NIO is going to drive NIO stock upward, and I do think that NIO stock is going to rally once we do actually hit their January numbers. Now, looking at it from a bigger perspective, yes, NIO could actually miss their numbers. I don't see it happening, but if it does, I don't think there's going to be that much of a short-term sell-off, just due to the simple fact that I think people are content with their positions in NIO as of now. I don't think people want to sell because, NIO has the potential to be the next Tesla. A lot of analysts already coming out, really putting bullish analyst price targets on NIO, and a lot of people saying that, okay, NIO is going to be the next Tesla. NIO's following in the footsteps of Tesla. Even the CEO assuring everybody that, NIO is going to be a profitable company way faster than it took Tesla, which is always a very good sign. The only thing, like I said, that people are skeptical about is NIO's market cap valuation, its share price compared to its actual sales in itself. This is why it's so important for NIO to actually deliver its part as far as its sales goes, because this is what people are kind of counting on to justify its valuation in NIO. For me, I don't think NIO is overvalued. I don't think it's a bubble. I think people just are getting used to kind of us switching over to a new industry in itself. The EV industry is very new, but it's also very explosive. And the stocks have seen significant amount of gains over the last couple of years. If we take a look at the one-year chart together, I mean, this thing is up over 1,200%. So it's not unjustified for people to think, okay, a stock that's ran up 1,200% in 1 year is overvalued. I can understand the mindset behind that, but I think people and why NIO stock is rallying so much and why the stock continues to climb time and time again is not only is NIO performing its part as a company, expanding and really bringing out all the goodies to the table, but I think it's all just about, people have this vision for NIO that it is going to be the next Tesla, which is overall driving the stock price higher. And I think it's overall what's giving NIO an overall boost. But I think NIO stock is going to be its January deliveries, and I know that NIO stock is going to rally in term. So with that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of NIO. Do you think NIO will beat its January delivery estimates? If you guys own NIO stock, how many shares do you guys own, and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know.